All right, family. We black again with the general. You already know what time it is. We got that fire commentary on all things political, historical, cultural. Got something to do with black people. We own it. We own it, family. Giving you the rawest commentary possible. That's right. Dealing with the general. Here we're gonna be talking about 11. Better, I think it was 10. Some say 11. Somebody must got knocked off just recently. 11 of America's top scientists have gone missing. What the fuck is going on, family? We want to know what is going on out here, man. Where's these scientists? And they all got something to do with nuclear, got something to do with NASA. And so this has been since I think 2022 that all these scientists have been coming up missing or dead. So man, what is going on? And some people say it could be some real sinister going on. Some real sinister going on. And so this is crazy. I don't see how the United States FBI, somebody should have something to say about this. You know, somebody should have something. How did they die? I just got a whiff of it. I seen it. But I thought maybe, somebody was just putting something together and that, it wasn't credible. I thought it would and find out it is credible that these scientists are coming up missing and coming up dead. And uh could they be knocking off the nuclear scientists? I mean, who is it? Who could it be? Is it China? Is it Russia? Who could it be? United States got a lot of enemies, but that got to be in a critical area where there's some competition. You feel what I'm saying? That would have to be in a critical area where there's some competition. Who could that be? You only got, well, China. Russia ain't doing nothing. Russia ain't on nothing, but they could be. Ain't no telling what's going on up there in NASA. Is they trying to put something? They trying to put that hellified missile, space warfare up there. Ain't no telling. And so they maybe that could have something to do with it. But why would you knock off NASA scientists? Of course, they going into space. But what they doing up there is the question. What are they doing up there? Are they built? Because I know they was trying, since Ronald Reagan, they've been trying to put that Star Wars system up there. And the Star Wars system is to be able to shoot, missiles directly from space, to any area, and not just that, lasers, you know what I'm saying? Not just missiles, but lasers and shit, where they can knock shit out the sky, with the lasers, with the missiles. And then you got to understand, to get some missiles coming straight in, that can get by a lot of defenses and shit. You know what I'm saying? You coming straight from above, and then they even think, having warfare in space where they can knock out satellites. You know what I'm saying? And where they making these satellites with arms on them where they can damn near like robots and shit, where they transmit information, but they go out there and latch on to your damn satellite. You know what I'm saying? Knock your satellite out of there, and tear your satellite up. Probably down and connect to it, download you don't know, download your information off that motherfucker. That's where it's going now. So if you got that kind of information, you could be in damn, you could be in your life is in there, but they let you know that anyway. They let you know that, your life could be in damn danger having that type of information. If you're gonna knock off some scientists, then most definitely, you ain't gonna just knock off nobody that's doing some small shit. They got to be, the information they dealing with got to be of such a critical understanding and know-how to where it's detrimental that it could be detrimental to your position in the world, whether it's China or Russia, that these could be the scientists. Now, if these is critical scientists, you could cripple, people's aspirations. You see what I'm saying? To pull off the golden dawn. He say, Whitey on the moon can't be good. Shit, take it. Yeah, you ain't lying. I was saying, I was just about to say, take your ass on. Go further than the moon. I thought they was going to Mars. Now, if you want to go to Mars, yeah, but they been shot some shit down here, try to blow our ass up. But I'll take the chance. If you can get to Mars, take your ass on. I wouldn't give a goddamn. Bye. Bye. But see, my uncle had told me about what their mission was, and it was really hold just a second, fam. Yeah, so yeah, if they're gonna go on ahead, but that's what NASA was about. To put, really to place it says a minority colony in space. That's what it's about. That was ultimately when you look at NASA's is what they call not objective, but it's mission statement. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get it up here. Let me see if I can get NASA's mission statement up there. Yeah, let me see if I can get NASA's mission statement. There you go. Let me see. This ain't the one, but let me see. NASA's mission is to explore the unknown in air and space, innovate for the benefit of humanity, and inspire the world through discovery. Okay, this not the old one though. Yeah, this ain't the old one. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap back in. I'm gonna go into play. Hold on. I had to find it. I had to find it. They didn't clean a lot of that up. But I'm able to go. So yeah, to place a minority, data minority. So you got to look at that. You see, they understand in the reality of the planet. So, all them things that you see in these movies is real. A lot of that Arnold Schwarzenegger and shit and all of that, where they got them small colonies up on these various planets and shit with the artificial air and the dome and all of that. That's real. That's real because they know and knowing them, and just in case it's a nuclear, just so they don't got to be here. Chicago in the house, just so they don't, that they have an alternative if they blow this damn planet up, they blow this damn planet. That's real. But I'm gonna find that, and I'm gonna come back, because they a lot of time they try to clean stuff up, and you had to go back and you had to find the older material dealing with NASA and see what their original mission statement was. But they was trying to put a colony up there, and to so that they can start the process of moving people up there. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, family, y'all make sure y'all get on over there. We're gonna find out what's going on. We got to dig deeper. We will dig deeper, and I'm gonna check into these scientists. I'm gonna see what's going on with them, what they profession, what they specialized in, when did they come up missing, and I want to see who was, some came up missing. I want to see how many came up missing, how many came up dead, how did they come up dead, are some still missing. I want to find that out. And so we'll report back in on this. Make sure you get over to Patreon tomorrow, the Islamic Comedic Order. You most definitely want to be in the house for that. I'm gonna be busting heads, and I want you in the house, family. Click the link, and I'll see you in a minute. Black Power.